conversation, the 13th plenary meeting of the United Nations Global Geospatial Information Management for Asia and the Pacific is going to be held from the 26th to the 29th of November at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. This plenary meeting is to be hosted by the Surveyor of India. The plenary meeting will be the highlight event of a 4-day international conference with the theme Geo-enabling the data economy for sustainable development. The conference aims to give more insights into the pivotal role and use of geospatial data, processes and systems in the growing digital data economy across the world. So for perspective on this conference and to understand the importance of leveraging geospatial data and the role and functions of the Surveyor of India, which is India's national survey and mapping organization, we are joined by Hitesh Kumar S. Makwana, the Surveyor General of India. Such a pleasure, sir, to have you on DD India. Welcome to In Conversation. Survey of India, the oldest scientific department of the Government of India. Its roots go back more than 250 years. Tell us a little about its history, and if you could also break down for us its role, what exactly it does and how.
Namaskar. Survey of India, basically it was established in 1767. As you know that Survey of India is a national mapping and surveying organization of this country, and it works under Department of Science and Technology. When Britishers, rather means I can say East India Company, when East India Company, they won two battles, Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. They got a huge chunk of land for in their kitty, and to calculate the what is the extent of land available with them and what revenue they could generate, they appointed in 1767 first Surveyor of Bengal. Then subsequently, when East India Company, their area was increased, they appointed Surveyor of Mumbai, rather Surveyor of Bombay in 1796, and then subsequently Surveyor of Madras in 1810. And when these three surveyors, they were working in a different way, East India Company, with the help of British Parliament, decided to have a Surveyor General of India. And 1815, Surveyor General of India was appointed for whole British India. During that time, they found that there is a need of proper maps, and the scientific whatever developments were happened earlier, those developments were not used for mapping of any country. And first time in the history of humankind, a great trigonometry survey was started in India in 1802. It took 40 years to complete this trigonometry survey of India, and it was at that time a biggest scientific expedition.
So what happened in that great trigonometric survey?
In trigonometry survey, we Survey of India's officials, they measured 1600 miles great arc meridian for whole our country, and they established more than 3000 reference stations for whole country, and those reference stations were subsequently used for mapping the entire country. And these reference stations, we can say that it served the purpose during 19th century also and 20th century till the last decade of 20th century. And those reference points where whatever planning exercise you do, whatever new infrastructure you create, those reference points were used as a benchmark for our country. That's why it is called benchmarks. And this benchmark will use for doing the further survey in our country.
So you've told us about the pre-independence period. In the contemporary times, what is the role and how does it function? What all it does? What are the methods that it uses in surveying and mapping the country?
Earlier, if we see, the role of Survey of India was to prepare paper maps. And during later part of 19th century and early part of 20th century, Survey of India prepared map of 1:250,000 scale. And After independence, we prepared map of 1:50,000 scale and then 1:25,000 scale for almost 60% of our country. Now, with the advent of new technologies, we have that paper maps were turned into digital maps. And today, if you see anyone's mobile, you can see the maps. And that digital maps are used by various agencies. Then from digital maps, there are a lot of geospatial data have been created. At present, officially, Survey of India is a custodian of this geospatial data. And this geospatial data we are providing to various government agencies as well as to private agencies.
Tell us more about the data sharing, how it happens. Do common citizens get access to it? What is the way in which you share with various government agencies? How do you share it with various businesses?
Earlier, if we will see, the maps of Survey of India were classified as open series map and defense series map. Defense series map were not put in the public and it was not provided to the public. After 2005, government came with a lot of new openness. And the big thing happened in 2021 in which government came out with the new guidelines for data sharing. And in this data sharing, we are providing data to government agencies free of cost for any developmental work. And when it comes to private agency, we provide this data with some nominal charge we collect. And except there is a negative list where in the maps we can't show certain vital installations. Apart from that, all India maps and all geospatial data are now freely available.
Okay, so all the data is freely available except for vital installations that you don't map, that is those institutions that are related to India's defense sector or the nuclear sector which have strategic importance. Having said that, tell us a little about how Survey of India has been contributing to India's national development through various schemes like the Swamitwa scheme, the National Hydrology Project, the National Mission for Clean Ganga, etc.
Earlier, Survey of India, they did topographic survey for whole country, and we prepared more than 5,000 topo sheets for whole country. And those topo sheets were used for dissemination, and after following some process, we were providing to people who are doing developmental work. Even earlier time also, after independence, Survey of India was involved in large scale mapping. Like if you want to construct a hydro power station, then the survey will be done by Survey of India. If you want to even launch satellite, so true north or magnetic north will also be provided by Survey of India. Survey of India was also providing this tidal data, so that when ship is coming to the port, how what would be the height of tide, those data were also provided by Survey of India. Even now also Survey of India is providing. Now with advent of new technology such as we have a CORS network, it's called Continuously Operating Reference System. As I earlier mentioned, Great Trigonometry Survey was done for preparing the reference benchmark. But now with this satellite system, we have upgraded this reference system, and now it has been made CORS. It is on the basis of satellite network. So you can get real-time location data of any place. So that is the first thing which Survey of India has started using. Then we have also started using airborne lidar system. We are also now using drone for making large scale mapping. We also use oblique sensors. We also use nadir sensors. And with this, in last 15 years, Survey of India has taken up very important projects for country, like coastal zone management program from coast 5 kilometers, large scale mapping done by Survey of India. Survey of India also did the National Hydrography project, in which all river basin for both sides 5 kilometers length. We have now large scale mapping under National Mission for Clean Ganga. For Ganga river basins, both sides 10 kilometers buffer, we have large scale maps. And latest we have Swamitva project, which is one of the biggest project in whole world, where using drone we have done survey of more than 3 lakh Abadi area of our rural India. And recently we have now started doing work, similar kind of work for urban areas, and for that already we have invited tender. We are also taking up a project like a digital twin, so we can know the real-time positioning of every portion of this city. So that work is also, and this is all due to usage of new technology by Survey of India.
Right, and that brings me to the question that how did the Survey of India make that technological leap from using mechanical instruments at one point in time, conventional techniques through which the great trigonometric survey also happened, which was the biggest scientific exercise undertaken by the Survey of India, like you told us, to now the use of geospatial technology, the various radars that you mentioned. So when and how did that shift happen?
Worldwide, if we see after 1980, the space technology has made a big impact, and Survey of India also, we were little bit lagging behind in initial years, but in last 10 years, 11 years, we have made a lot of changes. How we have, whenever these new technologies are there, we have immediately started providing training to our employees. And we have a National Institute of Geoscience and Technology in Hyderabad, which is our training institute. So we have now revamped the syllabus of our training program, and it has been made most modern. So that, and even we have research cell also. The research cell also will do research, what new technologies are coming up, what kind of training is required to Survey of India employees. And now we are going even one step further. Similar kind of training we are providing to the state government employees and other central government department officers also. So when we were from conventional technology to modern technology, it was a little difficult initially, but now our manpower, and they have now tuned with this new technology, and now new openness has come to Survey of India's employees to grasp new technology and how to use it on the field.
So do you also tap into satellite technology? Do you work alongside ISRO, for instance, in order to ensure that the best maps are brought out with the most precision possible?
There are two type of things are there. In this same geospatial area, we have ISRO and Survey of India. ISRO, they are having a high resolution imagery up to certain resolution, and with that resolution we can have certain type of work is sufficient for that. But when it comes to high resolution mapping, when it comes to more for urban area where you require 5 centimeter accuracy, that time we have to necessarily go for drone survey. So now ISRO satellite imagery and that drone survey, they are complementary to each other, because ISRO their imagery, it can be achieved very fast because the satellite is moving continuously, so it can be done very easily and very less time. But when it comes to urban area, that time we have to go for the drone survey, and at present Survey of India is one of the institution which has got now mastery in using drone for mapping work.
And how does India's geospatial sector, your organization, compare with marquee organizations around the world? Because I understand you're also doing a lot of international collaboration with the United States, with the UK, with Japan, to name a few. So how does India's geospatial sector compare with the rest of the world?
If we will see, India is one of the countries which has having a national geospatial policy. And this December 2022, this national geospatial policy, it has changed the whole paradigm of this geospatial sector in this country. And it has also given lot of emphasis on collaboration with other agencies within the country as well as outside the country, that is the international collaboration. We have also given emphasis on capacity building of our all stakeholders. Earlier we were providing training only to Survey of India's, but now we are providing training to outside, even private people, they are also coming for training with Survey of India. When you have asked about the international collaboration, it is necessary because this is a fast changing technology, and what is happening in other country, it is necessary for us also to learn. Even we can also, India is a pioneer in implementation of some of the new technologies such as the Swamitva program. Now many countries, they are approaching India. It means how you have done this Swamitva program in very short time. Okay, we also want to do in our country. Similarly, other countries, they have also done good work in digital twins. So we have to also learn from them. And recently, our officers, they also visited United States, USGS, that is their surveying agency. We also visited Ordnance Survey of UK. Our officers, they also visited Japan. Our officers, they have also visited South Korea. So various countries, we are learning from them also. We are also sharing our experiences with them. As of now, we have 13 countries. We are in constant discussion with them. Okay, what are the possibilities of collaboration? Recently, Honorable Prime Minister, he visited Russia. And then as on 17th of November, Honorable Prime Minister visited Nigeria. Survey of India has signed MOU with both the countries, their counterpart agencies, in presence of Honorable Prime Minister. And we have listed out the area of collaboration with those countries. Like Nigeria, they are more interested to develop CORS network, which India has developed. Similar kind of network they also want to establish. They are also interested in Swamitva project. They are also interested in capacity building of their employees. Similarly, Russia is also interested to know how India is doing Swamitva project, how other technologies can be exchanged between these two countries. And other 11 countries, we are in constant touch with them.
You spoke about India's national geospatial policy, which came out in 2022. Tell us about its vision and how does it guide the Survey of India? What is the overarching vision for India in terms of the geospatial space in it?
Geospatial policy of 2022, it has very unambiguous term, has provided a vision to hold this sector. It says that by 2047, India should be global leader in this geospatial sector. And this policy has now assigned the responsibility of various government department as well as various agencies. Every department has certain responsibility to implement. Earlier, that kind of clarity was not there. When it comes to Survey of India, it is very categorically mentioned that the Survey of India is now an agency to provide topographic fundamental data across the country to all government agencies as well as to private agencies. Ortho-imagery and digital elevation model that Survey of India will provide. Similarly, topography names also will be provided by Survey of India. Survey of India, that administrative boundary of all state or district or tahsil or village, Survey of India, that is the responsibility of Survey of India. So like that, this policy has now given a lot of clarity to Survey of India, and it has strengthened not only Survey of India, all the agencies, how to move forward. And most important thing, policy says that a national geospatial data registry will be maintained by Survey of India along with some other agencies also, and unified geospatial interface will be developed by Survey of India. And that is one of the biggest challenging tasks, and we are working very hard to do for this NGDR, that is the National Geospatial Data Registry and Unified Geospatial Interface.
Mr. Makwana, I also found it quite interesting that the Survey of India had remeasured the Mount Everest. In what circumstances, why this was done, and what was the duration of this exercise, and what was the final outcome of the remeasurement? Were there any changes in the height estimated from what Survey of India had originally estimated? And I believe many other countries had also done a remeasurement of the height of the Mount Everest after particularly the Nepal earthquake. So tell us, what was the outcome of it? Was it different from what the other countries had come up with, and how long did it take?
When, as I earlier mentioned, that during Great Trigonometry Survey time, height of Mount Everest was also measured, and Survey of India measured that height as 29,002 feet. 29,002 feet was the height measured during that time. Then lot of changes happened, because that time Great Trigonometry Survey, what was the latest technology those days, that was used. But with the advent of satellites and so many other new technologies, various countries, they have also explored the, let us remeasure the height of Mount Everest. And similarly, Survey of India also involved in that. And in 1953, the height of Mount Everest was 29,028 feet. So that was the only difference, if you will see, 29,002 to 29,028. So only 26 feet difference was there. And we all know that means, there are a lot of changes happens in the earth crust, the mountains and those things. But that what method was used by Survey of India and various scientists of Survey of India, especially Ramakant Sikdar and Radhakant Sikdar and those people, it is really mind-blowing, and we have to really salute to them. Even in 1850s, they came with the height of Mount Everest as 29,002 feet.
So in the final estimation, there was a difference in terms of height of 20 odd feet.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and how different was it from those that other countries had measured?
It's same. Then everyone came to this conclusion.
Okay, so it was a unanimous conclusion by all the countries. Now we know that the Survey of India is going to host the 13th plenary session of the United Nations Committee of Experts for Global Geospatial Information Management. Tell us about its theme, the purpose of the Survey of India hosting it. What is the bigger picture that the whole world is looking at, including India?
As you know that under United Nations, there is one Economic and Social Council is there. And this Economic and Social Council, there are, in geospatial sector, they have two committees. One, United Nations Committee of Experts for Global Geospatial Information Management System, and there is a United Nations Global Name Committee. For this UNGGIM, there are 5 regional subcommittees are there. One is the Asia Pacific region, for which India at present is Vice President. Another one is America Regional Committee, Africa Regional Committee, and Arab Regional Committee. So India is hosting United Nations Global Geospatial Information Management Asia Pacific Region Conference. India is hosting from 26th November to 29th November in Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. The theme of the conference is geospatial data for the sustainable economy. So this is, and we are working very hard for making that conference successful. Up till now, 30 countries they have already registered, and more than 100 delegates they are coming from various parts of the country. Not only countries, even various international organizations also, they are sending their representative for this conference. And in this conference, we are going to discuss how regional collaboration will happen in various fields, just like land and cadastral management. We have a CORS network, how it can be strengthened for whole world. We also have a United Nations Global Information Management Framework, how IGIF, how it will be. So, like that, various subjects will be discussed.
But the overall theme is to leverage geospatial sector for sustainable development, particularly when we are heading into the 2030 deadline with the Sustainable Development Goals, 17 of them that the United Nations is, of course,
and
leading.
For India, it is how to it will be useful to go for 2047 Viksit Bharat.
So, is that the vision going forward in future?
Yes.
Do you see India at a pivotal place there
I
in 2047?
have no doubt that India is going to be a global leader in this particular sector in coming days.
Absolutely.
Because for a lot of buzz has been already generated, and whole this sector is now becoming vibrant day by day, and the government has also provided a lot of support, and new schemes are also coming up, and definitely all positive people has no doubt that India is going to be global leader on geospatial sector.
So that is the vision of the National Geospatial Policy of India, and you are saying that India will be a world leader by 2047 in the geospatial space. Thank you so much, Mr. Makwana, for speaking to us. It was such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure also.
Sir. So that was a conversation with the Surveyor General of India on India's geospatial economy and where it stands in the global context, besides the role and functions of the Survey of India, which is India's national survey and mapping organization. Thanks for watching In Conversation. Namaskar.